Testing, testing. Okay, looks like we're good. Hey guys, welcome to Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today I'm back on my musical We're watching Ken Russell's 1971 musical, The Boyfriend. Never heard of this? Ken Russell is a strange director, to say the least. So to find out that he had done a musical, perhaps a little bit in his fach, in his oeuvre, in his mean, but little bit out of realm. Ken Russell may be known to international viewers or to I don't know, big movie buffs as the director of The Devils, Women in Love, Listomania. So in that sense, he has a little bit of musical adjacent experience. But anyways, The Boyfriend is based off of a musical from the 1950s of the same name, written by Sandy Wilson. For a short time, it was one of the longest running musicals on the West End and in Broadway. It had actually marked the American debut of one Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews is not in this version. This film version stars Twiggy, who's not a musical theater person. We'll see how she does. And Tommy Tune, who is very much a musical theater person. So yeah, let's watch 1971's The Boyfriend. Oh, we were supposed to watch Learning Tree today. I'm sorry, we'll watch it some other time. It's another MGM film. Oh no. Anybody else just watch Mank despite it being 2021? Oh, we're going right into it. Twiggy, international star Twiggy. Oh, I love this look already. Oh, I love this dynamic camera work. I love the way that Twiggy walks. Look at that. We just went through 3 different set pieces. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm not ready. We have to believe that this not being one of the Ken Russell films preserved through posterity, it probably wasn't well received during his time, but who cares how things were received in the 70s? We're here in 2021. We're gonna make whatever decisions we want over a movie.
Tiny Tom, the tapping tot.
Hey, it's Tommy Tune. Tall-ass mother. The camera's actually shaking from his tapping. I love that. Real life camera. Screw Eric Messerschmidt and David Fincher. We want real cameras shooting real people. Twiggy is like...
You sent me the flowers.
Alright.
Oh.
I forget. I bought 1 apple too many. Would you...
Oh no.
No, thanks.
Oh no! Twiggy is genuinely like Rachel Lee Cook in She's All That. Like, just put a pair of glasses on her and apparently she's not an internationally renowned supermodel and cultural icon. I know him from somewhere. Where do I know him from? Murray Melvin. Barry Lyndon, he's the Reverend, of course. You guys, should I actually... I don't want to. But should I rewatch Barry Lyndon for this channel? I don't want to. There's plenty of movies I haven't seen in this life. I don't know if I want to rewatch something I've already seen, but if it's a point of interest, I'll consider it. I like these kind of like proscenium style shots, like framing it to look like it's within like a theater frame.
Turn around 3 times and knock on the door.
Aww.
Well, she is the star of the show.
Honestly, ooh,
Do you
lovely
really
turn.
think so?
Oh, I love that. Oh my god.
She'll be fined again if she ain't careful.
All of that. Is she the stage manager? Is she the SM? But all of that vitriol and that turn. But honestly, Birdman can suck a D. Absolutely no theater people in that movie whatsoever. Bill Camp not accepting. You know, just a bunch of friggin' TV and film actors pretending like they ever did any theater in their life. I'm sure Edward Norton has done some. And what's her name? Andrea Riseborough. Maybe Naomi Watts, but definitely not Michael Keaton. And for the most part, except with like one run of Cabaret, probably not, who's the girl who did La La Land? What's her name? Emma Easy A. Emma Stone. Sorry, Emma Stone. I like Emma Stone. Probably not a theater actor. And I love the milieu of this like kind of like downtrodden regional Portsmouth theater where the actors outnumber the audience. God, what an interesting framing. It's so far away. I've literally never seen like a desire to depict a theater proscenium or stage from this distance. It really conveys the sense of emptiness. Oh, horrid. Absolutely horrid.
This good for you.
Oh, it slings and arrows.
I wish to know if you have ready the costume for Miss Polly Brown. B-L-O.
This is the kind of like colorfulness and saturation I can get behind. The kind that is willfully ugly and obscene.
Do not comprehend.
Rita here.
No, Mr. Max, naughty.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
She was having hijinks in the high street. The sailor ran lunchtime.
Oh my god, I love this stylization.
Never missed an entrance yet.
Mind your hat box, Dulcie.
They're all just jumping on each other's lines in the theater, like in a theater show, despite the fact that they're not hearing each other. Oh, what a garish set! You know what? Those chorus girls are pretty sharp. I love this camera distance. It's so weird. It is like purposely longer distance than a regular theater like shot, and it gives it such a sense of hollowness. And like, even if the performances are good, at this distance they look bad and strange, and that's definitely intentional. This is so like purposely unflattering. Oh, this is too real. It's too real. God, their stage is huge. Theater scene used to be something else, man.
Not Rita.
Trapped a high heel in a tram line, a foot.
Is she gonna have to star in it?
We're ruined.
She knows all the lines. She's the SM.
We're not.
Oh God, Twiggy!
What, me? But I'm only the AS.
She's the ASM. Who's the SM? Who's running the show right now? Oh no! Like a big reviewer is gonna come see it the day that she's on. Oh my God! Oh God! I'm excited. I don't know how to explain it, but like the things that seem like contrivances in like a regular stage musical, maybe it would work in the stage version too. But seeing it like the dichotomy of like putting it up against the real world, there's like actually the real world happening in this theater out in the real world, and then there's this constructed stylized world of the performers, of this reviewer, of this producer. Seeing them clash together, this feels like an appropriated term, and I can't speak from experience. I don't really have real knowledge of it, but it informs on a degree of camp and like meaningful alienation. It's just like a wonderful mix of the stylized and the mundane. Oh Jesus, they don't fit.
Why did she have such
Wonderful stage details. It really is a Cinderella moment. I'm loving. Oh my God, he's seeing her. Oh my God, he's gonna have a crush on her now.
You're not wearing those, are you?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Get out of here. That's fucking Twiggy you're talking to. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You're beautiful.
I know. You should know that. Do not. Get away. Okay, that's fine.
Good luck.
this in one day?
It is too much. This is why you gotta love theater, man. It's just so spontaneous when it wants to be. There's a lot of bullshit, honestly, but the spontaneity of it is just something else. What year was Cabaret? Cabaret was the same year as The Godfather, right? Either The Godfather or The Godfather Part 2. This is a year before, and it's playing on the same ideas of alienation. It's just like not as like upfront about it. You see themes playing out, ideas or motifs, the same ones in Cabaret, perhaps not played as like coolly and sharply, not as darkly, but you know, it's not like a matter of A and B. You can enjoy the application in both, but I can understand how like maybe critics or viewers of the time watch this and were like, oh, this is hokey as shit. I've had a performance canceled before. The actors were not pleased. I didn't really care either way.
Oh, Polly, just think. London's great.
This is such a Julie Andrews role. This is, what's the name of her character in My Fair Lady? I mean, it's her name of her character is Eliza Doolittle, but who is it based off of? George Bernard Shaw's.
The careers and lives of all these boys and girls are depending on you.
I got caught in the tram line. She's
Don't say that out loud. Oh, I love how strange this is, how bizarre it is. Oh my god. I'm shocked and thrilled. Look at this goddamn Sunday in the Park with George set.
What are you going as, Polly?
I'm going as Pierrette.
Oh, come on, you know the blocking. You're the ASM. I love this underlighting. This is so beautiful and bizarre. I can't even tell you why it works on Twiggy other than because she's a star. To be honest, this is actually the kind of performance I really love. A very, very diminutive, realistic performance. Yo, somebody pick up the pace on this song. Oh god, it's so slow. There you go. Yo, look how long her neck is. Oh my god, Twiggy.
If only we had money, what a spectacle I'd show them.
Ah, fuck you. You see, that's the difference. People are not looking for money and spectacle. I mean, they are, but you capture people's hearts with brilliant performance. Not necessarily just performance, but you know what I mean. Like, the expression of soul in something, with performance usually being the conduit. A conduit for the writer's soul, a conduit for the director's soul, for the actor's soul, but rarely is spectacle, is production, is money the conduit for soul. It's the conduit for ease, for expediency, but not for soul. It can make expression easier, but it's not gonna make not gonna fill in for expression that isn't there. This is very oh my gosh. There is a lot of production going into this. This is very what's the boy's name? Vincent Minnelli. I was gonna say Liza Minnelli's dad. Those are actual steps. That's crazy. Is it? It's gotta be actual steps. Or, oh god, that's Craig. That's a weird effect. Maybe if this movie had been made like 20 years earlier when the original musical came out. Because, you know, Ken Russell has a reputation that precedes him. I'm sure people weren't expecting him to do what may, in some sense, be a very actual, like, earnest. That lyric sounds so familiar. It sounded like a lyric from Chicago, didn't it? This is all going so fast, I can't keep track of anything. Oh, Twiggy. Yeah, it sounded like the introductory lyrics for, I don't care too much for love. Yeah, it's a little bit of it's got a bit of a regional theater kind of look to it in comparison to what they had in their brains. Do not watch the actors. You gotta get in there, Polly. Polly, your back is to the audience. Oh god. Man, she got Andrew Neiman in that scene. He's loving it. Why is she doing standing room only when there are so many seats available?
This is not where to be, Mademoiselle Alice is waiting. I merely wish to ask if you are coming to
Ugh.
tonight.
So regional theater. I'm so over it. It's so embarrassing. I hate it. So awful.
He's arriving by car from Paris.
I'm mortified. I am mortified.
Onion, you've got to cry.
I think this is a very, very good display that there's actually a lot more going on for actors than we kind of presume. Like, for an audience member, acting is all fluid and organic and natural. And for a performer, it is all of this bullshit on the other side. Twiggy's not doing bad. I mean, the more I watch this, the more I like really, really imagine Julie Andrews in this. But Twiggy's bringing her own like non-performer thing.
Tell them to dance like Nijinsky. The thrills out front.
No, it must be thrill, the great
Ooh, I love that.
talent spotting for
Oh god, Ken Russell, your camera choices are so invigorating.
dancing famous musicals.
Yo, take that, Ingmar Bergman. Ken Russell's light, man. Look how dark this is. I love the juxtaposition.
Hi, Toots.
And Tommy Tune just popping out of all of this, like, earthy tones. Putting a little bit of dust on the rafters so that his steps are picked up.
You see, as a kid, I was kicked in the hip. And when I came to, amnesia.
I want to caution, though, that all of this can look, like, really bad with the wrong interpretation, i.e. Tom Hooper. Same choices, just a matter of delicacy and sensitivity of execution.
Arrangements for the carnival ball tonight.
I do actually love that there's like no medium distance to shooting these musical sequences or these theater scenes. You're either way out in the audience, in the house, or like you're way up close on the actors, so that you're getting a performance that's representing like the psychology and the interiority of the performances.
I don't believe you.
Listen, baby, to my
Like it's always got to be distance where you see a little bit of the artifice at clash with the professionalism or the yeah, this is me on Critics Night too. Or very much overdoing it. I'm loving this film as an expression of the psychology of performers while they're performing. Like, even more so than the Red Shoes, this really gets into the head of a performer while they're performing, and what they're trying to convey in the midst of performance. Like, absolutely, it's such a cool kind of design sphere that, you know, most other movies, take The Turning Point, for example. Turning Point's a beautiful movie, and it's made by a former artistic director, I think, for the American Ballet Theater. That kind of ethos shows in the film. The film is very stately in the way it presents dance and ballet, and wants to preserve the majesty of performance as much as possible, like presenting as much of a finished product as possible. And for the most part, except for its lead character, eliminates the personality and the psychology of its performers in the midst of performance. This is so incredibly deliberate in showing, without having like voiceover or too many like side scenes to explain it, showing the interior of the actors' heads through their performance, showing their anxiety, showing their desire to like play out to the crowd, and showing things going wrong for them. I love these split shots. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is so amazing. Like water lilies, like competitive synchronized swimming, showing the performance, the perfection on one side, and just like the madness and insanity that is all of the preparation behind it.
I see. Poor little rich girl. Well, I too have had a letter today from your father, coming from Toulon on business.
Genuinely loving how Twiggy portrays anxiety. I think she's got a natural. She's a natural for it. Uh-oh. The Ken Russell fever effect taking hold. The other side of Ken Russell. I do love how Russell's taking what can be very inert ideas, like a ballet sequence of expressing lust or desire, and just infusing them with so much like danger and intrigue. Maybe you're not seeing the same thing I'm seeing, but I'm seeing like a whole amount of energy in this. And he's doing it from so far away. It's just so strange and so pure Russell. These camera distances, the changes from background to foreground are just fucking amazing. And yet you can like take it as obviously bad too. It's just so strange. Like, this wouldn't read as out of place in like an Adam Sandler movie. This seems like ripped directly from the pages of Happy Gilmore, but It's not a matter of the idea itself, like with comparing him to Tom Hooper. It's not a matter of the ideas within the subtleties and design sphere that's behind the execution. That little look she gives to the camera. And I love like the Charlestons they're doing while in Greek getup. This movie, what the hell? Jesus! Everybody's gotta watch The Boyfriend. Do it now. And like the psycho melding of all these different like cultural touchstones. Charleston with Greek culture with Sleeping Beauty. And now ballet. It's all such fucking madness. Dude. I understand that it's not going to be everybody's taste, and if I had watched this not knowing that Ken Russell had made it and thinking that Adam Sandler had made it, I'm sure I would have been resistant and like hated a lot of this and would have taken a lot of convincing. But guess what? I did know that Ken Russell made this, and I prime myself to enjoy it just a little bit, and you know what? I'm enjoying myself. What's so different from this and Valerie and Her Week of Wonders? We love them both. We've taken this huge break to sit inside of Polly's love for this dude. Yes, bring forth your emotions into your performance, girl. I swear to God, Ken Russell had like just watched Tales of Hoffman, the insane production design of this movie. It's a cool effect. This is the sort of stuff we should have done with our script. I love that. We got a little bit of an American in Paris.
I can't remember a thing.
Ah, don't worry. And Paul, don't try to copy the others.
You guys are all giving her so many notes.
You can't go wrong. I'll look after you.
Gasps and straight. They're skilled. I gotta give it to them. They're skilled. Jesus. Entirely give it up for these chorus girls.
And aren't you expecting
Him.
Oh, let's leave her.
Dude, Twiggy's middle part is like fueling the Gen Zers. Being a millennial, I've had a hatred of the middle part for most of my life, but look at this middle part. Whoa.
Don't they make a lovely couple?
Yes, they do.
Accent.
I say, why don't you come too?
Me? Come to the ball?
You must think me terribly forward.
No, I think you're terribly.
They've got chemistry. I'm mad. They've got chemistry.
I could be happy.
Ooh, I love it.
Be happy with me.
That was a smooth transition. I'm gonna listen to this whole OCR.
If you could be happy with
This is the Red Shoes. He been watching some Powell and Pressburger. It's so beautiful. Musicals in general are just beautiful. You know when they're most beautiful in film? When they're represented as musicals and not some weird friggin' thing that's like happening in like the real world of Into the Woods. Cabaret accepting. Cabaret can portray verisimilitude. Other musicals can too, if the musicals themselves are about verisimilitude. But we love The Artifice, man. We love The Artifice. Oh, God! What a beautiful raise. What a beautiful lift. I know like a half an hour ago I said that like we don't want spectacle in our films, but I'm loving this spectacle. It's just so odd. Just here for this freak show alien race energy. By which I mean the British. Do it. Do it. I couldn't have ever imagined how many like musical set piece like interludes we'd have. Like no singing, no dialogue whatsoever, just musical dance sequences. Oh my god. Thrilled. Thrilled. Blown away. I'm just like buzzed beyond all salvageability, but I'm loving it. How many movies have you seen with like genuine dance breaks recently? Continuous dance breaks. We're in the full like singing in the rain like tap dance sequence. It's the actual shot that the Coen brothers stole for Big Lebowski.
I'll be on the plage at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
I love this like fake staging that they've done to like purposely make them do their scene with the audience to their backs so that it's not like realistic.
I don't even know his name.
Yes, I love that. It's not realistic. It's not meant to be showing what they're actually doing on the stage at that moment. It's combining the artifice of the film, the artifice of the theater and the film. Oh, Twiggy. But it's meant to show the it's like super-liminal. I don't even know what that means, but it's combining the performance itself with the container that the performance is in, which is the theater, which is something that film can do. It can contain all of those different levels simultaneously. Whew. Intermission. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, because this is just a teensy bit long for a 70s musical. Gonna stop in 3, 2, 1. Stop. I need to learn the Charleston. This is what this movie is teaching me. I need to learn the Charleston. I wonder who Sandy Wilson is. I know Meredith Willson is the writer-composer of The Music Man. Writer? Lyricist? Imagination!
There I saw you in.
Okay, he's not all that. Lucky star. Yo, this song is from this musical? Wow.
My luckies.
I was starstruck.
We should be safe in here.
Holly, we thought you were with the others. Sorry.
He's got extreme, that dude in Catching Fire energy. You got Tony Soprano on the drums here. Everybody's making a pass at this dude. Tommy Toon, your legs are way too long. Tommy Toon, get your legs out of here. Reusing the car prop. Good. Being economical.
But he hasn't any money. We must find him. Do something, Hubert.
Very well, my dear.
I'm not following the plot lines of this musical at all. Garish. Just garish. This is what it feels like to be an audience member. To feel like you're being barraged by a performance. It's true.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are.
Did you think I wasn't coming?
Well, I wasn't sure.
I love the way they film these scenes backwards.
Now I shall really enjoy the carnival ball.
Ooh, that little flare of the lights, beautiful.
Then I bake a plum jar.
Oh my god, I should have known. The Boyfriend is the musical that they're performing in the movie, the Boyfriend. All of this stuff about Polly being the ASM and and Rita fracturing her foot, that's all made up for this movie. This musical is the musical that the like French farce musical that was actually performed in 1953 and written by Sandy Wilson. That makes so much sense. That's Ken Russell being a motherfucker. Having said that, I would have loved to see Julie Andrews in this interpretation as well. Oh, the magic of tap dance. I can't explain it. We need tap dance in our musicals. Swooning. Swooning. Oh. Really, really, really Tales of Hoffman-y. Even more so now that I know that, like, this whole, like, musical theater in Yarmouth, I forgot where this takes place, was an artifice made for this movie. This is definitely to get the Tales of Hoffman kind of, like, story within a story thing going. This movie has everything. It has a little bit of panto, it has a little bit of musical, it has a little bit of intrigue, it has a little bit of waiting for Guffman. Oh. I like how, like, dainty this choreography is, matched with these outrageous costumes. Outrageous. And doing tap dance on AstroTurf. You can't make that up. God, look at Tommy Tune in Stripes. How long is this dude? Jesus. This is outrageous. Outrageous. Like, you couldn't take a date to go see this movie, and if you could, if you both enjoyed it, then you've got to stick with that girl forever. You got to stick with that person forever, because this is not going to appeal to, like, the MGM musical theater people unless they're, like, purists, because, like, this is, like, not in a mean-spirited way, but this is, like, intentionally, like, a little weird. Like, we're watching friggin' elves dancing on mushrooms and shit. I really like how this movie's interpreting, like, musical numbers through the filmic lens. Through cuts and stuff, it's able to, like, refashion and reorient stuff. So while you don't get the dynamism of, like, a live performance, you can supplement it in with tricksy little filmic techniques. It's actually the duty of film not to represent theater itself, but to represent the effect that film's artifice has. In the same way that the film isn't meant to represent the real world, but the emotion elicited from the real world.
You look ravissant. Behave yourself or I'll belch you.
I can hardly wait.
Pack it in, you old cow.
The cruelty of actors. The genuine cruelty of actors.
You're so fascinating, but it's aggravating that you keep us waiting.
I like how they've found all these ways to layer over the meaning of the original songs from the original production, and, like, the second framework of story that also matches the energy of the song itself. Like, she's double crossing. She's playing all these boys, all these men against each other, but secondarily she's also, like, this hoggish actor who's trying to steal the scene and take the limelight to, like, show off to the producer. God. Amazing. Love this. Love it. This freaking black varnished, like, wooden flooring that they've gotten to, like, reflect them and bounce back the sounds of their taps. Just amazing. So strange. My head is bouncing off the walls right now. Ken Russell, you are such a friggin' weirdo. Just imagine the giant set they had to construct to do this. It's so cool. Honestly, fuck any musical whose, like, principal design is verisimilitude. Who wants that shit? And I think this framework, like, works really well to supplement, like, you know, the theatrical shortcomings of Twiggy, because if they did this straight on as the musical itself, there's no world, obviously, where Twiggy would go up against Julie Andrews. She's probably more of a star at that time, but like, yeah, you can't straight on put Twiggy against Julie Andrews in a musical comedy. But by putting this framework over of her being a lowly stage manager that's had to fill in this role as an understudy, it's given it just the right amount of juice where her performance is believable, but you don't seek it out for its
He must have known all along that I'm not a
Oh.
girl, but a millionaire's daughter.
What is the word I'm looking for? Oh, virtuosity. They're not looking for like virtuosity in the performance.
I can't be happy.
Did she actually get there on her own? Was there a cut there? She has a... Those are like tear sticks, right?
Be happy with me as long as you were there.
I think she's so good in this. And it's a mix of, different talents coming together. But Twiggy is so unimaginably filmable and photographable. I was gonna say that like great directors like Ken Russell don't necessarily concern themselves with like the greatest actors, the most nuance and subtlety in the world. Like, it's cool if a director says that's what they're looking for ostensibly, like PTA with Daniel Day-Lewis. They're not. They're looking for something that meshes well with their style. But great directors aren't necessarily looking for like the apex of an actor. They're looking for, which is unfortunate for people like me who highly value acting, but they're looking for great performers that will like act as a conduit for the story in the best way possible. And where Twiggy in her natural talents may not present like subtlety or adeptness or musical theater acumen or whatever in the role, she brings forth such this star quality of eliciting all of the investment of the audience in her performance. Sharp point lip Beth. I'm very bad with my diction as I grow older and older. Really the opposite of what I should be working on. I like all this unimaginable downtime they apparently have in this musical.
Every day, all I do the whole night through is dream of you.
Dude,
With the dawn, I still go on.
the musical numbers in this musical are iconic. These sexy statues, what the hell? Are those literally from the Kama Sutra? I feel like this is the kind of musical that like only musical theater performers would like and audiences would be perplexed by. But from a 2000s perspective, this is like what is that Michael whoever play? You know what I mean. Lights Out. Lights Out?
Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present my latest cinematographic
Noise is off? Noise is off? Why is it called Noise is Off? Michael Frayn? Did Michael Frayn write Noise is Off? I thought he wrote that three-person play about Heisenberg. He did! He wrote Copenhagen! What? Oh, I love this.
So she came to the ball after all.
Look at they're wearing... These costume choices are bizarre and wonderful. And I just love this, like, black... When they go into these black and white sequences. Like, it's specifically such a, like, a white clown kind of, aesthetic.
Just as the clock strikes 9, then he gives her kisses.
God, Twiggy is so pretty. Twiggy, you're so pretty.
Poor little Pierrette. Where's your Pierrot?
Genuinely magical. I've just never seen Such beautiful creativity and application. I like getting inside of Ken Russell's mind is just like, it's a beehive. That's what I feel like when I watch like Ken Russell movies, or like when I watch Peter Greenaway movies, or when I watch like Wong Kar-wai or some other maximalists, whatever. But their minds are so explosive with ideas.
Holly.
Can they make it all the way? They made it all the way. Oh. Yo. Hey, Queen Elizabeth. Yo. When theater people are nice to each other, it's just the nicest feeling in the world, really. I love the different stories of, like, theater performers and actors that this is telling me. The story of old actors, of journeyman actors trying to win the audience or win notes or advancement, and the story of young amateur actors being initiated into a new world and a new community of love and warmth and embrace. I love theater so much. When it's good, it's good. I love this. Love it. Good job, you guys. You guys are great. Nobody likes these guys, I guess. Do it, Alphonse. Shoot your shot. Oh, I love this shit. Oh, I love their coming down rituals. Yes, this is theater. Oh my god! Just the slightest hint. Just the slightest sapphic hint. Tommy Toon, you did a wonderful job. This running sequence is amazing. He's running right to Tommy Toon.
I thought you were dead. No, I lost my memory. Pop? My son.
He wants you to go to Hollywood.
The classic Twiggy look.
Should I help you pack?
No. Let's go and find our room in Bloomsbury.
Oh, that's more disappointing. I thought she was gonna can him.
I think I'll take the cloth.
Like to bet on your first customers?
You know what? Don't give it to Alphonse. He's a beta, who cares? But I would have loved, I was imagining that Twiggy was gonna dump him and, you know, pursue greater men in Hollywood. Magnificent. Just... Now that's an MGM production. They don't make them like they used to. Oh, man. I love this. I think this functions well as a musical. From what I got of what the Boyfriend musical actually was within the show, I get the sense that it's like adaptation. Like, there's no story in The Orchid Thief. It's just about a bunch of flowers. Like, the Boyfriend itself, the Sandy Wilson musical, sounded a bit uneven for adapting for film. Like, it sounded like a French farce and worked on a lot of tropes that could be effective if you're sitting in a theater for 2 hours and just along for the ride, but in a film would read as like ridiculous and perhaps not as much fun within that medium. And so the decision to adapt it in this way and to layer on top of it secondary meanings of stage performers putting on a show, as well as fantasy musical interludes, I think kind of like really upped the ante and like made the show so expressive and dynamic and strange in a way that Cabaret would also execute on a year later, or either a year later or 3 years later. Cabaret, 1972, 1974. I don't know. Yeah. I was afraid I'd have reservations about this, or would have to give like a qualified recommendation to this, but I completely loved this. I completely love this in a way that you can completely love Singing in the Rain, or a way that you can completely love The Red Shoes, or Cabaret, or Moulin Rouge, or Chicago. Like, unabashedly, I think this movie has no note. I have no notes for this movie. I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's off-putting. I don't think it's Ken Russell trying to serve two different masters and not representing either. I think Ken Russell served the master of the musical comedy and did it delightfully. I think Ken Russell served the master of Ken Russell and had it be incredibly intricate and bizarre and thought-provoking and satisfying all those pistons, firing off on all those pistons simultaneously. Yeah, hard recommend. If you want an MGM musical, this is an MGM musical. If you want a Verfremdungseffekt, cabaret-ish, weird, self-referential, meta-theatrical commentary on the nature of performance and the melding between the performer and the persona, that's this too. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe to see more old, obscure, and art house films. I'm exhausted. I have so much love in my heart, replenished love of theater. I'm gonna go cry into my pillow. Yeah. Until next time, keep watching good movies. And please support the arts. Please support the arts.